Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Carey Anderson. I am the Public Information Officer for Dade County, Georgia. Wanted to give everybody an opportunity to get on and make sure that our video is working and our sound is working. I think it is. If you can hear us, if you can see us, go ahead and give us a thumbs up so that we'll know that it's working properly. If you will notice, I do have a guest here with me today on Dade County Live. So I am going to introduce you to your new District 4 Interim Commissioner, Melissa Bradford, today. So everybody give us a thumbs up, say hello to Melissa. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today. I am trying to keep an eye on comments, so if we're having a sound issue, usually I'm behind the camera, so if we're having a sound issue, make sure to type that in so we can see this. But I know a lot of you have had a lot of questions and have been waiting for this moment to get to meet Melissa Bradford. So many of you knew Alan Bradford very well, and it is with great sadness that his seat is being turned over, but fortunately it is being turned over to his daughter to fill the interim until November. So there will be an actual election to fill his seat in November. So we do have election information about that on our website at dadecounty-ga.gov that you can check out. So I do have some questions for Melissa, and they're just very basic questions, and we're going to give you a way to get to call her or email her in case you have more questions for her in the interim, or if you have questions about what's happening in county government. So just remember that you can talk to any of your commissioners. You can find all of their information at dadecounty-ga.gov under the Board of Commissioners, and so it will tell you how to get a hold of all the commissioners. So the very first question I have for you, and I think this is the biggest question that people had, Melissa, is how long have you and your family lived in Dade County?
Well, my dad met my mom in Colorado from the Army, so they stayed there and got married. They moved us here when I was in first grade. After I got married, we had moved away for a little bit, but my husband had spent time here before, so he was very happy about bringing our family back to Lookout Mountain.
Oh, good. And you came back to this area how old were you when you came back?
I was in the first grade.
In the first grade.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow. And then your husband's name is?
Chris Christiansen.
Chris Christiansen. And Chris does IT, doesn't he?
Yes, we have our own IT business, Olive IT, so nice. We work that together. We have three boys, Everett, Carter, and Cash. One just turned 17, and then 14 and 12. Chris and I have been married for almost 18 years pretty soon, so
wow, so a minute or two. And so now all of your boys, are they in school in Dade County or are they elsewhere?
In school in Dade County. Okay. They are very active in sports. They work a wood business through the winter, so they could have enough to play during the summer. They love motorcycles and outdoors, and just very, very, very active boys.
Well, I think your whole family seems to love the outdoors. I heard you invite my daughter earlier to visit the goats. Was it your goats?
Yes, I have a mini little farm. Just love the animals. That was the biggest part of moving back to Dade County was the country. We wanted to have chickens, and we have a little bit of a property up there, so we try to fill it with as much life as we can.
And that's a Lookout in the New Salem community? Is that right?
Salem, yeah.
That's wonderful. So now I know that family is very important to you. You and I were talking earlier about Chris and the boys and how important family is to you, and I know how close you were with your dad. And in that conversation, you and I were talking about how your dad used to talk with you about some of the things that he could talk with you about county business and what it was like to be a commissioner and what that looked like. And so did that play into or factor into your decision to volunteer to serve as interim commissioner in his stead?
Most definitely. Him and I, I went a lot of times daily on him fulfilling his duties to serve. He was the type of person that he could be on Sand Mountain, Rising Fawn. He was serving his community.
He was everywhere.
And and I have learned, had a great apprenticeship through him on how to do that on a personal level and on a business level with him. And I couldn't have a better person to teach me those abilities.
And I know that you have already said that you wanted to take on one of your dad's projects. One of the things that was pretty important to him, which is Tire Amnesty Day, which is coming up May the 1st. And we also have information about Tire Amnesty Day on our website at dadecounty-ga.gov. So it will be Saturday, May the 1st.
And I will be there.
And you will be there.
Yes.
So if you want to meet your new District 4 Commissioner, go ahead and come out to Tire Amnesty Day and say hello at the transfer station,
Yes.
right? So we're going to be doing something special for those of you who haven't participated in Tire Amnesty Day, or maybe for those of you who are new to the area, we're going to do, Melissa and I will be doing a drive-through to show you sort of where you go and how you get there for Tire Amnesty Day. So that will be coming up later this week. So stay tuned for that as well. We also have signs for Tire Amnesty Day, but there is a rain date for Tire Amnesty Day, the 8th. So if it's sprinkling or just a light drizzle, we'll continue on. But if it's storming and we can't have people out there, then we'll postpone it to the next week. But so you've already talked about wanting to take on Tire Amnesty Day, and I know it's early yet because you haven't even had your first meeting with the Board of Commissioners. But do you think there are any other projects that he oversaw or that he was really passionate about that you might want to take on, or you might look at taking on?
Well, he was very passionate about the transfer station. He was a big part in getting the recycling to Trenton, and I feel very passionate seeing in all of his work that he's been doing that was something that he cared about and want to continue. There's other grants and programs that we could pull in to Dade County to keep it clean and keep it looking beautiful.
That's right. And then, of course, he was also very passionate about veterans programs. And I know that we talked about the Georgia Department of Veterans Services rep who did come over here before COVID. He might come back again. So there may be some other things that we're working on.
Definitely. He, I think it was COVID related that they had stopped. So I know that there's been chats that he's wanting to come back also.
Yes, and I think we'll have some more dates on that later, but William Smith is the name of our rep who comes, and he's a wonderfully nice guy. So we're hoping that he's going to be able to come back maybe around May or June of this year. So we'll keep you posted to see when he's going to come back. And again, we talk about that on our calendar a lot. We put all of that on our calendar. So I know that it's still really early. Again, we just said, you haven't even had your first meeting as a commissioner, but people have already been asking this question.
Of course.
And do you think you will run for District 4 Commissioner in November or not?
Well, I want to really take the next several months to really dig in, see some projects and see where I'd best fit for the community and make a decision then. I think I will definitely wait and give it some time.
Yeah, and I think definitely some of the training that is coming up might help you make that decision. A lot of people don't know what it means to be a commissioner, and a lot of people say, oh, it's a position of power. Well, at its most basic, and as our county executive has said many times, it is a position of servanthood. I think your dad embodied that time and again. So it is not easy. I was talking with one of our commissioners, our sitting commissioners, earlier this week, and he was talking about how different it was than he thought it was going to be when he was running for commission, because it is all about serving the public and how to best do that. So you're going to get a little bit of insight into what that looks like before you have to make that decision on whether or not you're going to run. The qualifying for that, for anybody who's interested in running for that seat, is August. It starts in August. You can find that information on our website. But you will have a moment to sort of collect yourself, see how it is sitting on the Board of Commissioners, and then you have some upcoming training. So a lot of people don't know, you may or may not know, that all of our commissioners have to attend training. They have to go through training just like our clerks do. If you are a clerk in the state of Georgia, it is mandatory that you attend a certain amount of training in order to hold that position. The same is true for our commissioners. So is there some training that you'll be attending soon?
Well, first I have been reading the Georgia Commissioner Handbook daily, getting, questions are being asked, so I'm referring back to that daily. I held a Dade County position, so I had certifications from it. I am going in June to the ACCG classes there, and then there's also some training that I could do online that I'm going to start that. And also I, yearly spent my times with my dad at the training courses in Savannah at the ACCG yearly training. I didn't actually attend in the meetings, but I was there for all the conferences and all the extra outlets that they had for the people.
And a lot of that conversation that
was
tied up to that.
Yeah,
right?
the convention centers and all that. So that was a big joy for me every year to be able to attend that. And
so knowing that you're going to have training, knowing that the commissioners have rallied around you, because I know every one of the commissioners has reached out to you at this point.
Yes.
The county clerk, Don Townsend, and his office staff have offered any kind of help. So taking all that into account, how confident do you feel about your ability to serve as interim District 4 commissioner? Do you feel like that's something that you're going to be able to do well?
I feel very confident in serving District 4. I am a public servant anyway. I stay pretty active in the school system with the boys. So I feel very comfortable in this position so far. After some of the courses, I know that I will be in a better position to answer and to do more for the people.
Well, that's wonderful. So if people do have questions for you, or they do want to call and just get to know you a little bit more, or reach out to you, what's the best way for them to do that?
You could reach me at 423-413-0245. Which is my father's old number, so you might want to change that to my name.
To your name.
And then you could reach me at mcbradford@dadecounty-georgia.gov.
So all of that contact information is on our website, again, with our commissioners. So again, you can find her telephone number there if you do want to reach out to show your support for your new interim commissioner as she goes through this time of adjustment, or you have questions for her. You can give her a call at 423-413-0245, or send her an email at mcbradford@dadecounty-ga.gov. Thank you guys so much for the grace you have already shown. I know so many people have reached out and said thank you for filling this role as the interim. No pressure to run in November. If you decide to run, we will be excited to see all the people who decide to run for your father's seat. They will have some big shoes to fill, most definitely.
Sure.
But thank you so much for coming and talking with us today.
Yes.
And thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Make sure to share this video so that your fellow citizens in Dade County can get to know the new interim District 4 Commissioner, Melissa Bradford. Thanks, y'all. Have a great day.
Thank you.